Ja, hallo, hallöchen. How are you guys today? Welcome in on this nice Saturday evening. We're in 2024 with our cute little planies. Well, Nightsap, yours isn't cute, yours is big. I'm here with the Cirrus SR22. And, well, it's the first time I will fly that one. So I'm quite curious how this one is handling. And there he comes. Co-pilot, how you doing?
I hope I'm not stepping into anything.
No, you're fine. No, you're fine. Well, you can have a look over here. Here's the breakfast. Oh. As
That's
ever.
mean.
As ever.
If you tell me that there is a breakfast and I can't even see it.
There is patties, hamburger patties, there is eggs and some veggies and a big pot of coffee. Yeah, you're right in front of the coffee.
Okay, that's a good position.
Well, I'm really curious about that little plane here, and if that especially one airfield or strip or however you want to call this catastrophe is as nice as in 2020, because we were already here with the Spitty around the world, and there was an airfield on a strip of sand on the Huff, on the lagoon out there, where it was in the front water, in the back water. You're not fast enough to stop, you go for a swim, bye. So yeah. You know which field I mean?
No, I can't remember. No, I'm looking forward to refreshing my memory.
Outrage! No. So
I have to check.
You have to check?
Sure. All the settings again.
No!
Go do this at every single flight.
Oh.
Controller.
So you aren't bored?
No. Yesterday it did it, today it didn't. Explain why? Nobody can do that.
Because you're here with me.
Yes. Probably.
So, I need to start this again. There won't be any music for you.
I go back in the plane.
Yeah, your plane
Even
made a weird
you
hop.
probably don't see that. That's me jumping in. You know?
Ah, okay.
That's I'm not the sort of slimmest person in the world. When I jump into the plane, you can see it.
But you're also not an elephant.
Noises.
So
yet. Okay. Now.
Here we go.
Music. Yep, we got it.
So, will you do a steer and arm punch in the first song of tonight? So I wanted to save that one. Save.
something wrong here.
Ha.
Why? What's wrong?
Ah, there's a teapot. Hey, buddy.
Oh yeah, there's a teapot.
My little orange bird. Love that color. Sun yellow or orange. Oh, don't run down the hill. Don't roll down the hill. What's that? Ah, static thingy. Are there any snacks? No, there aren't any snacks. Catastrophe.
That must be the plane that I flew yesterday.
You mean you plundered all the snacks?
Exactly, they have gone.
What? So, let's see if we can turn that thing on here. The loud bird is awakening.
Yep.
Bing, bing. We need air conditioning. We had today 26 degrees outside.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, here it wasn't as warm as yesterday. And now with the thunderstorm, tomorrow it will even be colder.
Okay. Okay, it does not change tanks automatically. We have to keep that in mind. Oh, like in my car. Okay. So, let's see. Here we go. Yay! On the roll. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, that's a bumpy. Okay. Stop beeping at me. I'll look at you when we're down that hill. Here we go. Or not. What's your problem, sweetheart?
Go.
So, how to... So, where to disengage the starter on this little sweet thing? Heat.
Isn't that?
No. Oxygen flaps. Start engaged. Okay. Where?
Isn't that simply the key?
That's on both. The key's on both. Bad out avionics. I can't read that. What is your problem, sweetheart? Stop beeping at me. So, oxygen over here. Test reset. What is your problem?
Can you show me the key again? Just what the positions are for the key.
So the key is on both.
Yeah. But you see now, it's gone, isn't it?
No, it came back.
Came back.
Why?
Or is there maybe another position? Just one further back on the key. Or does that immediately then go to right?
I found it. I found it. There was the problem. The mixture lever I had in position did override the mixture lever in the plane. What I've set.
Okay.
So yeah, found it. Nully raid. Whoop whoop. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Hello there.
Welcome.
So, no, a resub for 33 months. This is amazing. Thank you for the support, Nully. So, how was your game of Anno? From ships to aircrafts, yes? We just don't have airships. So, sports fans, are we ready to rumble?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So then
I suppose Teapot is as well, but he's not even in the chat.
Doesn't matter, he's with us.
No.
That's the one thing that counts. So, let's hit the music and go. As you would have known, Nights Up.
Well, that's the first thing I could think about.
I'm faster than you. Na 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 na. Little bird. Here we go.
This is like really like
What can't I forget this time? Gear up. So, so. Well, she isn't that fast.
What have we got now? Only 100, 128. Oh. Okay, she's speeding up now. She's accelerating still. Well, Teapot seems to have stayed on the ground.
No? T-Bot is
No,
to our
I
right.
see, because I see the plane on the ground.
No,
Let's look.
maybe somebody different, but T-Bot is to my right.
Ah. That follows me. The plane. Ground.
Maybe somebody joined or is loading in.
But I don't have a so
Yeah, probably just
it's
loading
probably
in.
too far away.
Oh, bumpy. 8 knots from 268.
It's more or less
246. Yeah, but in this little bird, you feel every little bit of wind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, can you imagine what it felt like with 28 knots over the Pyrenees yesterday? At, what was it? God, she was. Oh, didn't have to sit in her.
Did you went?
I think so. That would have been a case for green thing.
So, good vibes music here. Guys, exclamation mark SR, the name of the artist and the title. Song requests are open. Feel free to.
Well, you're up to 170 now,
Yes,
as you're supposed to be.
because I lost some altitude there.
Yeah.
Just for kicks. I hope I'm on the right way. Oh, why does this stutter? Come on, network, you can do it. You're not that slow. Yes. But it's only with 24.
Could be a nice place to lift there. Down around the lake there. Khartoum.
Down with the nose. Down. Good girl. Finding the sweet spot where she stays level. Pretty hard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. in here, then it's easy because she doesn't react so quickly. And now airports.
Gdansk.
Gdansk.
There's a nice Obex scenery for Gdansk. Thank you, Saribot.
We have
Bye. What would we do without Saribot?
Yep.
Best bot.
What do we do here?
Yeah, let's do a touch and wind. Hello, the Taoist. Thank you. How is your day going? Or evening? What the heck? Network? Are you doing stuff or are you keep lagging? Yes. Really bad, but it's not not what I see. I have it but a smooth over here. You're laughing, but it's really smooth.
Yeah.
I'm annoyed. Oh, nice. You completed your second VATSIM flight. That's pretty cool. You did more than me. So, but honestly, Nightsub, I think in the future we stay with 2020, or at least I stay with 2020. Don't have the feeling it gets better. But
I really wouldn't like to leave 2024.
I know.
Because it just looks nice.
I know, but I don't know what's wrong. I don't have those problems in 2020. And in 2020 is everything on Ultra. So, a big fan of Star Wars, I see. Yeah, some kind of fan of Star Wars. Was a little geek a few years back. let me say it like this. I saw the new movies. But I did not watch any. Oh boy. No. There you see I fly this bird the first time. What are you doing, sweetheart? What are you doing? What are you doing? Stop. What was that? Huh? Shaking like a lamb's tail here.
Yeah. It's a twitchy bird.
Yeah.
Well, I'm the next day up.
No worries.
Go down there. So you want to change sim now?
No, I'm flying this tonight, still in 24. Because changing the sim would cost too much time.
Yeah. I'll land here and wait for you.
Whoa.
I'm also told that they do really good fish rolls here.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, did you know that today is Weltfischbrötchentag? And I'm not making that up. I read that.
I don't know that, honestly. I don't know that. But I would take a Fischbrötchen.
Yeah, I do. I quite like them.
To come back to Taoist, I was quite some time a Star Wars costumer. My very first costume was Shakti. And then almost Jedis. Just Jedis. Agent B7, welcome in. Thank you for that raid. How was your stream? What did you do? Actually, six people have weird internet problems. Well, mine is a bit slow too, it seems today. That's why the, well, network producing such stutterage. So, yeah. You just landed at Echo Delta Delta Mike. Echo Delta Delta Mike, isn't that Munich? Ah. The Charlie Lima 650. I'm not familiar with that plane. What's that for a bird? Oh boy, come on, load in. Ah, Okay. Nice. What did you fly? Ah, Bombardier Challenger. Nice. Nice bird. Did you fly for any airline? Or do you have your own? No, just like private jet. Okay. So we're here on a kind of round trip. We started last Saturday here at Rügen and followed along the Baltic Sea. Now we are on our way to Echo Papa Oscar Kilo. That's right in front of our nose. Don't laugh at me. I've never flown this bird before and she's twitchy, we found out. If you want to jump in and fly with us, feel free to. We're in Microsoft 2024 on Southeast Asian server. So if you have fun for a little, also VFR, not IFR, maha. Just feel free to jump in.
You can just do a touch and wind. Airport is much more interesting for landing, I think. That's on that little spit of land. That could be a bit of a tricky one. So I'll just take off and join you.
Hello. So here we go. Okay. And which sim did you fly then? In P3D or in X-Plane? X-Plane. Nice. That's one I don't have. You can't have everything. Because I also like to collect planes. That's not cheap. That's a nice beach. I hope you guys have your speeders and suntan oils in case we have a dip into the water.
I mean, with my plane, it's part of the equipment.
We are flying along the Baltic Sea into the general direction of Vilnius, the capital of Lithuania. I don't think we make it to Vilnius, but that's the general direction we're going. So, that's parallel to the sand.
This could be interesting.
So,
I like interesting airfields.
yes, this is a group flight. If you have 2024 or 2020 or whatever.
Oh. If you have Join FS, you can use your sim if you like.
The next airport is Echo Papa Juliet Alpha. Well, I would not call it airport, but a piece of dirt we're gonna land on.
Yeah, it really looks interesting.
Hmm?
500.
I'm just saying, Is this it? I think so, yeah. No. Something tells me it's not it. Something tells me I've just landed on a random piece of beach.
Yes.
Let's have another closer look. Yes, it's too far away. Okay. Well, it's one of my specialties, isn't it? Beach landings.
Yeah.
Why not? Even though these 24 beaches are slightly rougher.
Yes, 2020 is much more smooth. I think.
I tend to be too lazy to zoom in my navigation maps, and then I just always get the distances wrong.
I think I see it. Could it be that patch of grass?
I doubt if you can already see it. But... Oh, yes, there is something here.
500.
Yes, yes, yes.
You see it?
500.
Yeah, too late. I have to approach it from the other side. Yeah, that must be it. Yeah, wheelies out.
Look who's here, Sally Duff. Welcome in. Butter.
Here we are. Hello, Surly Dev.
Nice. Would you stop, sweetheart? Thank you. Sorry. Nobody saw that. Ah, you're uncle now, Nightsup.
I'm an uncle.
Yeah,
Oh,
Uncle
I'm a
Nightsup.
nephew. Yeah. Uncle. Well, that's one thing that I actually am in real life.
You're on the road again, Sally Duff? At Mum's. Okay. Mum's all fine? Are we on the tally again? Mum also around? Ah, okay. Can I? Yes, I can sneak under that big bird. Sneak, sneak, sneak. Here we go. Sneaky. Just don't dip your wing. Or I'll be in trouble. Mum is in bed, okay. So, is everything's working here? At the moment, everything also here. So if anybody wants to jump in, feel free to. We are at the moment at Echo Papa Juliet Alpha on the Southeast Asian server on Microsoft 24. And I try to get music again in here. So let's see how long the network holds.
We are approaching now an area. If you look at your little nav map,
Yeah,
this is the area where they say if there is going to be World War III, it will probably start here
yeah.
because you have Kaliningrad, which we will be flying to, which is Russian, and this whole part of the country around Kaliningrad, which is also Russian. Then you have Kaunas and Vilnius, and then you have on the other side, very close, you have Belarus.
Yeah.
Belarus is allied with Russia, so one of the things that everyone is worried about, what happens if they close this gap?
Oh, yes.
Then immediately all the rest of Litauen, Letland, and so on, there will be no way of reaching them
In time.
on land, yeah, because it will be blocked. So that's why this is supposed to be highly dangerous area at the moment, and that's where a lot of our NATO countries send their troops
Yeah.
to make sure that this doesn't happen.
So, and let's see what we
So,
see from
yes.
above.
Yeah, I mean, we could certainly a flight plan that would be absolutely impossible in real life.
Oh yeah.
So let's go.
Here we go. Dot. This time I'll let the big bird. That's a nice beach down there.
Mm-hmm. Well, this whole area is basically just sand.
So it could swim away.
This is now in Poland, Solidev.
Just a few meters to the east from Echo Papa Juliet Alpha. And over there somewhere is Stanzik, Gdansk. Is there a harbor or something? A port?
Looks like it, doesn't it?
Not a small one either.
Yeah, there's a restaurant down there. The town is called Hel, H-E-L.
If it would have a second Lima, well, it would make sense.
There is a foodie truck. There is a restaurant called Kuto. I think it's a holiday area, which is not surprising.
Okay, the Taoist Road overflying hell is a big tourist attraction.
Yeah, that looks like that.
We're doing touristy things.
Yes, yes.
Also a nice beach again. I wonder if you could drive there with a caravan.
Oh, I'm sure you could. But it would be quite a distance.
Thank you for that follow, the Taoist. Welcome to the cat pack. Thank you.
Okay.
Have a
Goodbye.
great rest of weekend. Bye bye.
Yes.
What did you say?
Mountain group.
Yep.
Mississippi Queen. Yeah, that's one of my favorites.
We have quite some diverse music on our playlist, on our community playlist.
Leslie West, Felix Papalardi, and I don't think I can remember the drummer. Yeah, that was an American so-called supergroup,
Okay.
which didn't last very long. Apart from this one album, they didn't do much.
Why?
I don't know. You know, you never know in these days, group dynamics and whatever. And I think in a way that was the same time as in England, Cream was very successful, and I think they sort of tried to be the American Cream.
Okay.
That was also a three-man group. And this guy Papaladi, I mean, he was quite a no, sorry, Leslie West was the guitarist. He was quite a sort of fat guy, really, but he played guitar like a god.
I don't like the clouds, what I see there. They look suspicious.
Well, nothing like what I saw last night. That was just the end of the world.
We had quite some rain today. From 1 minute to the other. Then it poured for about 10 minutes. Then gone.
Yeah, yeah.
And guess when did it start to pour?
When you were outside.
When we stepped outside from work.
Well, that's the rule, isn't it? That's how it should be.
That was such a timing. It was so... Why? And I'm sure that cloud was... Maybe the cloud had birthday and just waited for us to step outside. What big stream is this over there? Can't read it.
A stream? A stream?
Yeah, that big river thing over here.
Ah, die Weichsel.
Okay.
That's one of the
Die
W
Whistler.
streams.
Whistler.
Wisla, Weichsel in German. Weser is the other one. Weser is more towards Germany.
Ja, die Weser kenne ich. Die Whistler flows through Warsaw. Warsaw.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
There's a kitty. Hello, Mrs. Kitty. What can I do for you, Mrs. Kitty? Are you a good kitty? Come on. Human, pay me attention. Meow. The real star of the night has arrived. Yeah, I
That's a
love
tail
you.
one.
Love you too, sweetheart. Go into your cat tree, please. Yes, you're a good kitty. Best kitty in this room. That's multitasking. Lights up.
What?
Scratching a kitty and flying a plane.
Yeah.
The kitty engine has started. We're purring like mad. Hey, bleib du fast runter. Did you know that Weird Al Yankovic did a parody with that song?
Uh-huh. Yeah, there are many
Yeah.
versions. Now this is the original.
So. Okay, it loads something in. Is this annoying?
Is that the sim now?
That's the
Right.
network. The sim is baby smooth.
Same here.
Oh, we have Dougal sticks down there. No touchy of Dougal sticks. AKA power
Not for
poles.
you anyway.
No. Well, not in 2020. Haven't tried it in 24.
Oh yeah, that only for 20.
Nice highway. Is it the highway to hell?
We will soon find out.
Echo Papa Echo Lima is coming up.
Yeah, I think I see it.
The highway is so smooth looking.
That's another very looking airfield.
I think
it was something bigger during the war, and now it's just
cut.
what's left. But that makes it even more interesting.
Hey, there are many such airfields from back in the day.
I'm sure that must have been a German airfield.
For sure.
I think the place is called in German Blag.
Yep. It is.
You want to do a touch and go?
No,
No.
I'm on the brakes.
Okay.
Squeak. I need to learn to land with this plane here.
Yeah, you have to really tap her down gently.
Yeah, she is different than a Spitfire.
Oh yes. I mean, it's basically how do you call these? Ultralight.
Yeah.
It's an ultralight.
But it's a tricycle gear and not a tail dragger, what I'm used to. There comes Teapot. Will he grease?
Teapot does
Yes.
grease. Yes.
Oh, now we have to
I think
keep in mind the runway is
him.
slippery.
I saw him yesterday in that shitty weather. I think he was flying on a A400 or something like that. And he greased that one.
Teapot, which airplane are you not greasing the runway with? But the Zeus is a cute little plane. I have to say, and I like the color. So,
Yeah.
I'm sure back in the days when they had those flight tournaments in Germany,
Yeah.
this one was one of the places. I'm sure.
I would not be surprised. Absolutely not. Yeah.
Yay! Kamikaze! What did I want to do? What did the automatism want me to do? Exactly. So, under which altitude the radar would not pick us up?
You have to go really slow. I have no idea.
What was the guy with the 152 flying?
Yeah.
You know whom I refer to?
Yeah, Matthias Rust. I think he came in from Sweden or something.
I don't know.
He didn't take the direct.
I
He took a real DV. Those days, Poland, they would have never let him cross Poland. So I think he came over from Sweden.
I just know that he flew into Russia and landed on Roten
He
Platz.
landed on the Red Square. Yeah, no.
Crazy guy.
Which was career ending for some Air Force generals.
I can imagine. Quite vividly. Yes, exactly, Solidev.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was his name. But honestly, I would have wanted to be a mouse in that room when it came out.
You mean like when the message came in?
Yeah.
Oh, there's a German plane landed on the Red Square.
Exactly.
What?
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's lucky his plane didn't get a rapid, unscheduled disassembly. Yes.
Yes.
But I would have loved to see the faces. When that happened. Was just looking at my wingtip. On my right wingtip. I thought, why is there black? It's just a shadow. Just a shadow. I suspect a few Russians were introduced to Windows as a result of that.
What do you mean?
That was Sally Duff's writing. I don't get it either. What do you want to say, Betty?
Yeah. Do you mean they were falling out of windows, or what do you mean?
Ooh. There's a catastrophe at the moment. There's a bug on the wrong side of the window. Just beyond reach. Looks like yellow fields.
Well, could be.
Could be raps.
Yeah.
This. I just don't know how it is called in English.
Rapeseed.
Looks like it, yeah. Sweetheart, don't. There she walked through the cockpit. And I think she knows something is off. Her humans are up to something. There's so much stuff in the living room, which is not normal for her humans. So there has to be something up. There have to be just something up. Like going on holiday. What's up, sweetheart? Aww. What's up? You can't sit on the mouse pad. Not possible.
It's called mouse pad, not cat pad.
Exactly. But I can walk over it and annoy the human. Maybe she will give in to my requests. So next week you'll have a week off. Nights up.
Mm. Yeah, so the whole week.
Yeah.
Thursday, Saturday. Yeah.
Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. And another Thursday. So we start with
Oh,
a Saturday. Well, we come home on Thursday, and since we're driving through the night, I need sleep. I need to catch some
Yes.
Z's. What's up, sweetheart? You want to play, huh?
So will that be the first test for your new mobile?
No,
Or is that something you will do in a normal car?
we are visiting family in Germany.
So you don't need your
That
camper van for that?
no, the motorhome is still at the dealership. They do the checkup now and do some Updates.
Ja.
Wie neue Silikonabdichtungen, da wo zwar nicht mehr so ganz toll ausschauen.
Ja.
Stuff in the mobile home or motorhome will be at the beginning of July,
Mhm.
end of June. Beginning of July, we should get it. Yay! And I think after that, my living room will look normal again. Oh, I hope so. Well, at the moment, it looks like an Amazon warehouse.
Okay.
What's up? Oh, the stretch is pretty far. Didn't look that far on the map.
I think we are now over Russian territory.
Already?
Yeah. The border was just before the last waypoint.
Okay.
You could see, I thought it was a peage, a payment toll station on the motorway, but that was probably the border.
Yeah, I just crossed the border. How would you call our next airport? How would you pronounce that? Yushni?
Uh-huh. Schnee.
So basically, Zulu Hotel is like Sierra Hotel. If you
Well, I mean, I
pronounce
have
it.
spelled out in normal alphabet.
Ah, okay.
TH.
For me, it's Zulu H.
That's sh.
Okay.
There was this ruler, Putin, called Brezhnev.
Okay.
And in English spelling, they always spelled him with a ZH.
Ah.
German, it was always SCH.
Okay, something is loading in. Seems. I know 500. Hmm. Exactly that 500. I'm glad that the Boeing does not say that so often.
Yeah.
She just complains terrain, terrain. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Do they have some duty-free vodka there?
They do.
It looks pretty decent here,
Mm-hmm.
ground texture-wise. I
Yep.
thought it would look worse. There it is.
Mm-hmm.
500. So let's see. Can we do it? Nice and then buttery. Nah, not really. The first one was a hop. Sweetheart.
Hop, hoppity hop.
Oh boy. She's more dancy than a Spitfire. Let's vacate the runway. There comes Teapot. Butter. Nice.
Yeah.
Really
Excellent.
nice. Ah. That's a cool song. So, but I'm gonna hop for a moment over to the lavatories. I'll be right back, guys.
Okay.
There she is. I'm back again. So the next two, Let's do a touch and went there. And the third one is that one I was talking about. The fourth
Yes, I
one.
can see.
Echo Yankee November Delta. Is that nice
At the end
runway?
of that speeder.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, would you go onto your cat tree, madam? Thank you. Oh, hello. How you doing, Willa? Welcome in. Thank you for the resub. The third month. All good things are at least 3. How you doing?
Yeah, we are GAing.
Yes.
Along
The
the
Baltic.
Baltic Sea.
So, fuel. Shut up. Thank you. Here we go. We put some dead dino juice into the bird. Here we go. So, no gear up. We have fixed landing gear. Here we go. Something is loading. Just go. Thank you. What's that down there?
Oh, that's nuclear.
Hmm. Kaboom!
Jesus. Big boom outside.
I heard that.
Thunderclap.
I heard that thunderclap.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have our peace at the moment. So touch and wind coming up.
That's easier said than
Why?
because I can't bloody fight. I'm sure that's probably old.
Possible.
Iceberg was completely destroyed in the war. Everything that you see down there was built after the war. But it could be that the old
Yeah,
airport was still. There is something but that's not where it should be.
I'm where it is.
Let's see where you are.
Jump and go.
I can't see you. I see teapot.
Teapot should be in final.
Ah, yeah. I see where it is over there. Yeah. This is one of the cities that is such a shame that it was destroyed. It was one of the most beautiful old cities on the Baltic Sea, like Lübeck and so on.
Hmm.
I think the only thing that survived was the ruins of the cathedral and of the castle. Ruins.
Lübeck is a pretty city.
Mm-hmm.
I've been there twice. And once I was lucky, there was an event in the port where all those old wooden sailing boats were tied
They
up.
had a parade.
Yes,
Yeah.
so pretty. And with one of those sailors or owner of such a old boat, I had a little chat, and he told me that his sailing boat can go up to 22 knots of speed.
Uh-huh.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something made of wood and string.
Yep.
Shh. I know, sweetheart. 500. You told me.
It's definitely booming out there.
You're getting applause.
Mm. There is a big airfield up there.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's what we're aiming
Nope.
for, is it?
We're going for Uniform Sierra Victor Victor and Uniform Delta Oscar Sierra.
Yes, but what is that airfield that we're seeing? I can't see that on the map. You know the one
No?
now at my 10 o'clock? Or is that the one that we are aiming for just from the other side? In which case the runway, yes, I think that's the one we're aiming for.
For Uniform Sierra Victor Victor, we're aiming for basically.
Yeah. But we're basically flying around it, aren't we?
No.
As we approach. There is a huge airport now, almost immediately to my left.
Yes, that is something. What does not have, it seems,
So it's maybe military.
yeah.
It's on the,
It's also not in the sim. I see it, but there's no code.
no.
But that thing is pretty big.
Yeah, so it could be military.
It's in a restricted flight zone, so definitely military. Over there. Let's lantern, say hello.
Pew pew.
And if they miss and we land there, click.
We just wanted to buy some vodka.
Oh, this was not the airport we're looking for. Hello,
Where's the
Dugo.
Mac?
Hey, Dugo. How you doing? Hackles.
You go. What you doing there?
Flying tube liners. Which tube liner exactly tonight? Ah, where did you start? 777-200 to Edinburgh. Gatwick. Nice.
Shorty. Mm-hmm.
Keeps you busy. First flight with it? Ooh. I'm also flying the first time the Ceros. The SR-22. She's a bit feisty on the ground. Or more twitchy than a spitty. I'm so unfamiliar with these strange Boeing things. Well, the 777 is kinda a bit more than a Boeing. Seems a Boeing which had a briefing with an Airbus. And she's huge. Tonight we have DJ Nights Up. So, first touch and went. Touch. What I find a bit ridiculous is the down trim. I have to pour it into this bird.
Mm-hmm. How many degrees do you have?
30.
30. Yeah, that's pretty strong. I mean, I get that with these birds that work in 2020 and 24. They have that all. It's like the T model, which also works in 24, and it has the same thing that the Clem has.
That
You have to do a
ridiculous.
ridiculous trim, and then it's okay. Oh, this looks nice out here. Speedos out. Speedos out.
Are you doing a water landing?
Cool. No, not here.
Oh, it's nice there. Another place I would want to visit.
If you could, yeah. Yeah, you could even see where the umbrellas are on the beach.
Whee!
Next airfield in sight. Schulte, by the looks of it. And definitely military.
And
Full of
masts.
waiting. Yeah, full of waiting positions for jets.
Ah, there it is. Okay. That's a cute one. That's a postage stamp.
It's very short. So it makes you wonder what kind of, well, could only really be helicopters here.
Well, it does not have a blue airport symbol. So that could be a civilian one. That's weird. It's a no-fly zone, but it's not a blue airport symbol. A military symbol. Hmm. And I think we're not shown the whole runway. I don't think it's
Probably.
just that short.
It wouldn't make sense otherwise.
So touch. Nice touch. Come on. Come on. Down. There are moo-moos. I saw moo-moos.
Hmm.
There are moo-moos in the grass. Now we're following the coast, basically.
Yep. And I think the airport that we're aiming for is actually not in Russia anymore.
That is, in
It's
theory,
in Latvia.
in
No,
Lithuania.
Lithuania, yeah. Just across the border.
The Korean lagoon.
Yep.
And when we were here with the Spitty, some people went for a swim. I made it with inches to spare. It was fun. More than half of the lagoon is still White Russia.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, before the war, this was one of the really famous holiday places in Germany. Ernährung, komisches Haff.
Mm. When we flew with the Spitty, we did not fly over here, but crossed from Poland into Lithuania, saying hello to Vilnius, and then we flew to the coast.
Mm-hmm.
Quite the other way around today.
Yeah, yeah.
Landing on the beach. Unfortunately,
Well,
it's too short.
I can always land in front of the beach.
That looks like a lighthouse. Is there really so much wood? So many trees?
Mm-hmm. I'm not sure if they're really high trees, like bushes.
Well, there's a tree exactly on the beach. I think that tree wants to get some tan. This is pretty. The waves. Which are visible through the water masking.
Yep. Yeah. Okay, come on, bird.
No. I don't want to. Bird like a teenager. No. Or did he comply? The
No,
bird?
it's okay. Left some pretty deep tracks in the sand, but survived.
I don't try to land here.
Okay.
I'm just flying very low.
It's thundering all the time outside, so it's a major thunderstorm. Over there, that is probably sand dunes.
Isn't there somewhere a piece of desert?
Yeah, that's dunes. Yeah, they got these
Wanderdün.
migrating dunes here. Yeah. A bit of a problem with the textures loading and they're too slow.
No.
They're only loading properly when I'm already past them, basically.
Yeah.
500.
Oh. Just a few more nauticals.
Yep.
And we're at Nida.
Nida. Yeah.
We have left White Russia.
Not White Russia. Russia.
Sorry.
This is a piece around Königsberg, Kaliningrad. It's and then it.
That's what threw me off.
And after that, there is a piece of, I think it's, then you, and only then actually Russia proper. But this is like what they call an enclave, Kaliningrad.
Okay.
It's like in Africa we have Spanish and soil
Yeah.
and so on.
And it's Lithuania and Poland cutting that piece of Russia. Across.
Yeah, it's Lithuania
and Poland.
is probably, yeah, and Poland, yeah.
That's what the route was we took. We're closing in on the border.
Yeah. I actually wonder if that originally was the German border.
Possible. Could be possible.
You have to look at some old maps.
Those paper thingies.
I've got an old world atlas, but that thing is so huge and so heavy. It's lying on top of a shelf, and just to take it down there, it's a bit like, taking
A power
a full
lift.
crate of beer. It's a huge thing, but I mean that is old enough. So when I look in there, I will see all these old borders.
500.
And I think I also have a more modern historical atlas where you can see.
500.
Shut up. I know. I know. Please, darling. Stop with your 500.
500. 500.
Hmm.
500.
Stop it.
I wonder, there's a road down there, so I think there is a big building with a red roof, which could be the border crossing. I'm just flying over
Would
it.
make
That
sense.
would make sense.
Even are towers, guard towers on the beach.
Yeah, that makes sense then.
Yeah,
Yeah,
big.
Niden.
2 big
And there is a
buildings.
museum. I think I told you that when we were here before. That down here is famous German author Thomas Mann. He had a house down there, which is now a museum.
Yeah, you
And
mentioned something.
that is definitely in the so-called West. Oh, and I see. Oh God,
Ah,
we'll see. We'll see.
what are you complaining about, sweetheart?
500,
Yes, okay,
100,
good.
500,
So, will he make it on time or will he go for a swim?
Easy, easy. I'm not talking about wonderful landing rate, but definitely the
Not for a
maximum
swim.
half the runway. To where the windsock is, that's where I stopped.
Whoa! I was too
Oh,
slow.
what did you do there?
I stalled. I was too slow.
Ah,
I pulled
okay.
back too much and was too slow here. Well, that's a first with that plane. And she just said stall once and went down. So we know if she's complaining,
Mm-hmm.
better give her the throttle. Not like other planes who will complain for a while.
Here comes Teapot.
The man of runway butter.
So we're almost through with the black plan.
Mm-hmm.
Almost.
So show us how it's done.
Ah, I hope we didn't leave it too long. No, he managed. No problem.
I didn't think otherwise of Teapot. More likely thought you or me, we're going for a swim.
Yeah, yeah.
So lesson learned. If she's complaining, full throttle. Teapot's props are not spinning. Why ever? Oh,
Oh,
you're doing a sit?
that trailer is solid. That trailer is obviously solid.
Hmm. So, kamikaze. Here we go again. No, you didn't. Just last Thursday.
Yeah.
And
Last Thursday it was the usual thing. You left and then we had a good rally. But today, absolutely no rally.
no, just a stall and some bouncies. How are you doing, Limakilo? Were you out partying? Darn it. Yeah, that's what you get when you leave early. Ooh, what concert? I'm sure you told us. I see a bridge, but I forgot, I'll be honest. This looks like a bridge. Is it flyable though? And is it a
It's not a
bridge?
bridge. Uh-uh. It's a glitch. It's one of these lines that you get in the sim.
But. Outrage. Scandal. That's also a huge stream.
That is
500.
called Automata. I've never heard of it.
Bless you. Subway to Sally. Nice. And how did you like it? Was the vibe nicely at the concert? What? Vibe was great. The starter bands were better. Why?
But that can happen.
Well, we did not had that happen on the concert we went to. On the concerts. But okay, we were Böse Onkels, Blind Guardian, and Nightwish.
In case you would not really say before.
Actually, Nightwish had a band prior to them playing, and Blind Guardian had also a band before them playing.
Really not band. Is the band that played
Yes.
the Warm?
Yes, the warm-up band. Nightwish had a warm-up band and Blind Guardian too.
Yeah, exactly. Well, not the warm-up bands.
Yes. That's, yeah. My brain was slow. Sorry.
I mean, band history is full of concerts from turned out in history when you saw the band
Yeah.
that the warm-up bands were actually the big band later became in the band that they had first. A friend from my friend, he played in a band in Edinburgh were the Bay City Rollers, and the Bay City Rollers, you may not know them, but they were absolutely
The name rings a
a
bell.
superstar band.
The name rings a bell.
But I mean, that was before they were super.
Mm-hmm.
But it always was a big joke for him to say, well, and the Bay City Rollers were our warm-up band. You know?
And hey, Patrick. How you doing? Welcome in.
Hello,
How's
Patrick.
your Saturday going so long? So far? Oh, we got stutters. It's loading something again. Mm. That's nice to hear. The stutters is because of my network connection. I'm sorry, I cannot do anything against that. Nope, it's not just you. It has something to do with the router. At Taurage or Taurage or however you pronounce it correctly. Let's do a touch and went there and have our last landing at Eurobacas.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for the 100 biddies. Thank you very much, Patrick. So, let's see. That's also a little postage stamp with 1,500. Our
It'd be flash, right?
In theory, yes. I try to align. Just the last one is not aligned. There's Teapot. Oh, it's loading in greenery.
It would be nice if it would actually.
We're too far out yet. Still. This is the Cirrus SR22. That's a Sobo plane. What you get with the sim. Is it in the standard sim version 2 Nights Up? Or is it just in the bigger ones?
I have the.
Yeah, with both the aviators.
Yeah, not the one below that.
Also the big one. Yeah.
That, yeah.
That's the little Cirrus. Pretty nice plane, Patrick. It's just a bit twitchy on the ground sometimes. And if she screams stall at you, well, give her full throttle because she means it. We saw it firsthand. She called out once, stall, and she went. That plane has principles.
I have a feeling I see it.
And in case you have Logitech panels, with the Switch panel, she worked out of the box. Hadn't to do anything.
Well, I thought I saw it, but now I really see it. It's in a different place.
Yeah, I liked that livery best. There's a nice blue one, that KLM blue, and red and black.
Touch.
Bye! So where's the strip we're looking for? Ah, that little postage stamp.
it's really a postage stamp.
Oh, cutie, cutie. Do you think?
By the way, your screens are quite dark, and there is a knob where you can brighten them quite nicely.
Okay. But I don't need it. I see enough.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that really is a towel, a beach towel of a runway.
Touch and went.
So, on to the last one.
Hmm. So,
Yubarkas. Yeah.
one thing, Patrick, she also has quite a ridiculous down trim if you fly her fast. Between 25 and 35. And Teapot is on the roll.
Very popular in Latvia, in Lithuania, to have names ending with AS.
Okay.
In one of my early jobs, I had a colleague from Lithuania. He was called Brazauskas.
Okay. Then the Ovas, Oscar Victor Alphas are from Czechia.
Possible.
That's very weird. I know some people over in Czechia and they married and her name changed and she had the name of her husband, the family name of the husband, but there was Oscar Victor Alpha at the end.
Yeah, that's normal. That's normal.
The Ovas. But only she. He
Yeah.
not.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
she.
yeah. No, he would be like the guy was called something with OV, his name, and she would be OW, and she would be OWA.
Yeah, it's pretty here.
But there is the German name law has been changed, and that's also possible now in Germany.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it's
'Cause, I mean,
really pretty here,
if
Patrick.
it's a beautiful area, unfortunately quite remote for us.
Yeah.
Otherwise, that would be an ideal place for a holiday.
Yeah, it's just some miles through not friendly territory, I guess.
I mean, if you take the right route, you can stay in the EU to get there.
Yes. But wrong,
But
one wrong
it's a
turn.
long drive, long drive. It's easier to fly.
Yeah.
There's lots of quite cheap flights. and then rent a car. Or even take a Flixbus
No.
if you got a very well upholstered rear
No.
side.
Have a good night, Patrick.
Good night.
Thanks for stopping by. Happy landings, yeah. Not all too long. See you next time. Ooh, a pint of Guinness.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sweetheart, 500. Just come. There's a white lake.
I want this
Hmm?
some kind of field, but what?
I think that's a mine. Some kind of mining area because it has that brick symbol stuff all over it.
Maybe it's
Ah, bless you.
That,
Okay.
the old text of the German anthem. Von der Maas bis an die Memel.
Okay.
Was always taken as want all this, but this text was written at a time when Germany didn't exist as a state, and the guy basically wanted to say the in which German was spoken, and he used the rivers to give that idea. So from the Maas, which is the border to
Okay.
the from Itch, which is in Südtirol,
Mm-hmm.
to Belt, which is famous.
Yeah.
So that basically described the area in which German was spoken.
Okay. Pretty cool.
They actually keep that because they can them all this terror themselves. Left
Out.
text out now. I'm looking desperately for an airfield.
Excuse me. The line is not aligned. You come into the 90 degrees.
I see. I'm high. I'm very up. So that cannot be done. Yes.
Sirius
That,
Black?
oh,
You really want to know? You want to know?
it doesn't. Does it even tell you?
1227.
Yeah. Jesus. I mean, to call that an airfield.
A
is
piece of
absolutely-
land where we're going to land. Okay?
I think the street where I live is bigger. And there is a house on the runway,
Nice.
on the approach.
Of course.
Jesus, and there's buildings all over the place. Jesus. Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
I ended up in the field behind.
At least.
It's very useful. This is like landing on the farm.
Is it what I think it is?
Well, I like this music.
That's from the game Two Steps from Hell.
Okay.
There it is. Okay, okay.
500.
Got a visual finally.
This is fun. I think
We need,
that's really the most ridiculous airfield I've landed in a long while.
honestly, we have to forward that to Murph for the Firefly carnage.
Really, with those buildings on either side.
Exactly.
I mean, you can't just move away from the runway here. You'll be, oh God. This is fun.
500.
Mind that building. It's ridiculous.
And trees. Building
It's,
and
yeah.
trees.
It's a fun place.
No stolly this time.
Yes, that's how I did it. Too.
Hello. Hello, grass.
That was exactly how I did it.
That's a ridiculous one. But I like it. Careful. How many planes did that in real life? Here comes Teapot. So I'm parking here. No pressure, Teapot. You can do it.
Oh, it's coming in high. And now, bounce him down. Yeah. It's the only way you can do that. And dip. Elegant.
Yes. Nice pirouette.
Pirouette, yeah. And now he's in the water. He's standing in the pond. But he's flying the tractor. So that's a fitting setting. Jeez.
That's a ridiculous
That is really ridiculous.
airfield.
But Teapot's plane is actually the one that fits this place. It's an agricultural plane for an agricultural airport runway.
Well, King Teapot is still a King Air for me. Well, at least the nameplate.
Yes, possible, but I see him now as a sky tractor.
Okay.
Now let's go and pick some potatoes.
Nah.
What a place.
Yes. I don't believe LRM. It was just a 52 as landing rate. Don't believe it.
I got a 1,629. Also, I would be a hole in the ground if that was correct.
Yeah. That's true.
I overshot a bit like you did, but
Oh, there's
here he
the
comes.
teapot. Hey, buddy. So, hit the escape. Then I want the free cam. Thank you. Oh, look at those mosaic streaks. So, here we are. Here we go.
I mean, you can virtually smell that it must smell of cow shit or something like that in this place.
It has an agricultural smell scenery.
There must be a Misthofen somewhere.
Yes, definitely. So, I got my picture. I hope you smiled, guys.
Okay.
Air
Yes.
tractor flies like a tractor.
Yes. But Teapot, that is the plane for this place. I mean, you're basically landing on a farm here, and that is the plane for it. Yeah, it flies like a tractor. But it's quite relaxing, actually.
So, can we... Well, we can send you over to somewhere. Or can't we? Yeah, I know where we sent you over, guys. Well, this was fun. That was something completely different. I hope you enjoyed it.
It sure was.
Especially the last
Yeah,
one.
I enjoyed it. I think it was fun.
And yeah, we see each other tomorrow at 1200 Zulu with the tube liners. And then there is 1 week no streaming because we're not home.
Well,
So you have off?
1.5 weeks even. Yeah,
You have
yeah.
off, Copilot?
I can go to bed at 8 o'clock in the evening.
Yes.
Jeez. Yeah. Somehow I feel that won't happen.
Me too.
I can put some flights in on my own though. Yeah. Do a bit more flying and things like that.
Okay. Then have a good
Okay.
night, guys. We're signing out. See you next
Good night.
time. Where's my button? Where's my button? There he is.